Hey everyone, we're live. One Piece chapter 1074 dropped. It actually dropped last night, so I'm so excited to start. I wanted to get down to it last night as soon as it dropped but for some reasons because I was busy and for family reasons I couldn't get to it so early, but better late than never, right? So last week, we didn't have a chapter, but the week before that, I had one of the best streams ever with my wife. She is not joining me today, but hopefully next time. So, as always, if you are in the chat, if you are dropping, then do drop by in the comments. I'll appreciate you. And of course, I will shout you out. And I don't know, do you see the hat? I was just thinking that the hat's pattern and my t-shirt's pattern matches a lot, so that's why I wore the hat. I also have the Luffy straw hat. So someone is in the comment is I think is it's my wife, isn't it? Do say hi, wife. All right. So I think I'll start the chapter. So 1074 is titled Mark the Third. Who is Mark the Third, or is it Mark III? So in the cover page as well, we get to see three people: Caesar, Queen, and Judge, right? It's Judge, yes. So they are Judge, it's like rock, paper, Caesar. So Judge is beating on Caesar, but Caesar is intangible, he's gas, and then Caesar is punching Queen, and I don't think Queen is hitting anybody. But Queen is probably the strongest out of the three. So German double sixes, an emotionless extortion, volume 30, three war torn men. So here we see, even in the title of the cover page, we see the word three or sun, and the word chapter is also titled Mark the Third. Hey Sanjida, hey Lucas, hello there. Thanks for joining. So I didn't get to, I forgot actually, I forgot to share my live stream link in the Discord, but thank you so much for joining. So it's probably you have read the chapter, right? So I am very late today, this week, but I'm very excited. All right, so let's get to the main chapter. Egghead Fabio phase, okay. The ones standing in the way aren't you Marine soldiers? Don't let the government's weapons stand in our way. So Payne, hi bro, again congratulations. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, so Payne is congratulating me for marrying the love of my life, the love of my life, my wife. So she's also in the comments. Sanjita Kabir, thank you, Payne. And Lucas says, yeah, it's good. Okay, the chapter is good, huh? So I guess every chapter of Egghead Island has been good. Don't let the government's weapons stand in our way. So they are Marine soldiers. How dare your comrades? So they are okay. So it's not in Egghead, or is it in Egghead? Yeah, it is in Egghead. I for 1 second I thought that it was in the red line where the Kuma was in, but no, it's S Bear. All right. So for a second there, that Marine soldiers, that fodder's rifle reminded me of Van Auger, but of course it's not Van Auger. And then Kuma uses his pawpaw fruit. Wow, what ability is that? So it's PX the third 041. So no, it is not S Bear. It is not S Bear. It is a PX, and it's written here PX the third 041. It's called Bubble Shield. So this is the strongest shield that Vegapunk invented. It far surpasses the prototype used in the Summit War. It's the Mark the Third. So remind me, chat, which was used in the Summit War? Which barrier? Like the only barrier I can remember is the three admirals Kizaru, Akainu, and Aokiji holding up their hands to shield against Whitebeard's Quake fruit. Yeah, new pacifist, Lucas says, right. Move to factory B. So this is the third line, the third generation of pacifista, I'd say. But I used to think that the Seraphim themselves are pacifista. Everyone surrender now or we'll all be killed. Who in the world gave orders to it? The pacifista shouldn't be able to act on their own. Apprehending now. Okay. Fabio, don't move. You'll open your wound. So who is that? Is that Centomaro? What a day off this turned out to be. Oh, it was supposed to be his day off. Oh my gosh. But the pacifist is doing the job well. Looks like something happened up there. The frontier dome got closed and I can't contact Old Man Peng. Alright. So that we see a flashback of Luffy in Gear 5th saying, "Leave it to me, we'll definitely get him out of the island." Huff, huff. Bzz, bzz. What I'm worried about is the fact that the Marines are repeatedly contacting us without realizing it. I'm also considered a rebel now. Okay, so the Marines are actually contacting Centomaro, even though Centomaro is considered a rebel. All right, so they don't know. And we see a lot of pacifista. Are they all pacifista number 3? I suppose so. Oh my gosh, all 50! We got 50 pacifistas Mark the Third. Oh wow. Alright, so we got 50 of them. So one is much more dangerous than a regular pacifista. And I wonder what was pacifista number 2. So I will just do as I please. Beep. All 50 pacifistas Mark the Third move out. Straw Hat Luffy will let Dr. Vegapunk board his ship. So Centomaro is saying that to pacifista the number 33. So there are 50 of them, and the one we saw at the beginning was number 41. Alright. So at the beginning it was 41, and now we get to see number 33. The mission is to make sure they depart safely. So the pacifistas number 3, the Mark the Third, the 50 of them, so they are allies. The Marines' movement are strange. Keep a lookout on the coast. So I assume that the pacifistas, like all 50 of them, or maybe many of them, will be fodderized by Saturn or Kizaru, because I don't see all 50 of them being of great help to the Straw Hats. Like, is the enemy that strong? Like Kizaru, the Seraphim. I think one of them or some of them are going to take out the allies. Hey, wait, let us out. Something will surely occur on this island. Or maybe the pacifistas themselves will be like ordered by a higher ranking person, such as Saturn, such as one of the elder five elder stars. Make sure your creator escapes this island at all costs. All right. So Lucas says, I think Kuma was marked the first. The other pacifistas were marked the second. I wonder why the word mark is used though. It wasn't used before, right? The word mark. Is it supposed to be something like target? Like pacifists also scan to see if it's an ally or an enemy, and then they shoot. For example, they didn't shoot Boa Hancock because she was considered one of the warlords. Egghead, Labo Face, what do you mean they're not here? They have to be within the Labo, right? Huff, huff, I'm beat. I really ran all around like crazy. You ended up breaking your hover shoes with all that running. Don't tell them I have no money to repay it. Oh my god. Where's the old man? Old Apple man. And Bonnie too. Regarding Bonnie, she's here. Huh? It's Shaka, right? Everything inside the labo can be seen through this monitor. Beep. She's always been here. Say that sooner, Luffy says. Say that sooner. The other person says. Okay, so we got a big panel here. Wait up. Let me zoom in. So we got Zoro. We got Zoro in a suit. We got Brooke is Stussy. I must say, this is incredible. Everything here just screams future. So Brooke finally sees. Oh my gosh. Hey, weren't we supposed to set sail? I want to see Stella. Has something happened? Who wants to see Stella? Brooke wants to see Stella? Like, who said that? Alright. So there are two strange events happening right now. So come down and listen. First is the disappearance of the main Stella body. And we see Nami actually stomping down on Lucci. And Kaku is also tied up, so they are apprehended. Okay. So when did they get caught? It was off screen? The other one is about the Frontier Dome losing control. So Zoro beat. Okay. So what do you mean by that? Oh, her face got fixed, huh? We have spare parts here after all. This means we can't get out from the labo phase now. If you decide to go out, prepare to be burned to death by the lasers. Well, hold on, aren't we the one asked by Vegapunk himself to board our ship and set sail to the sea? Chopper and Usopp are screaming. Yes, but the person who said that has vanished. First off, we must find Stella at all cost. Okay. About the dome, we'll find a way to repair it. But wait a minute, if Vegapunk wasn't caught in these monitors, which display everything here, won't searching be pointless? Frankie is saying. So Lucas says, not to my knowledge. Mark is basically referring to Mortal. Mark the third is essentially Pacifista the third. Yes. So I understand that, but I was wondering about the etymology of Mark, why the word Mark. It wasn't referred to before, right? So the next page we have Shaka. Normally everything in the lab should be displayed, but with the shock that the Seraphim caused a while ago, the Kamiko might have left its position or lost consciousness. What's the Kamiko? And then Sanjay is oogling over Stussy. Its duty is to monitor the satellites and workers sequentially. The blind spot might be the position where a Kamiko has fainted. Okay, so the Kamiko is something a surveillance, like a surveillance camera. Shaka, Pythagoras here. There's nobody on the third floor in building C. I see. Check the next one. Let's search for him too. The faster we find him, the sooner we leave, Nami says. And then Jimbei is apprehensive the faster. Let me help out too, Brooke says. He might have treasure too. Oh my god. I'll go and search for him too. I'm worried. Who's Tasi-sama? Take me with you. And then Sanji and Zoro. Oh my gosh, can I go too? Just need to find one crazy old man, right? Wait, Ma said, you of all people wants to find someone, he's going to get lost. And then who's gonna look for you after you get lost, huh? He's right. Stay, Zoro. Robin also says this. Stay put here, okay? And then Zoro is like, none. Speechless. Oh my god. And then Zoro and Luffy are the only ones sitting. So something is gonna happen. I just know, but they're going to face off against some really dangerous opponents, I think. I don't get why they're saying that, oh well, for a search party they should be enough. How much energy have you used up for running? So Luffy is getting really gassed. Like he didn't used to get tired a lot, right? So it's most probably his gear fifth. That's a side effect. I always go out full power. Luffy says, well, who would have thought we'll meet these guys again? So Luffy, Lucci, Zoro, Kaku. So Lucas says it wasn't. Kamiko, small snail cameras. Kamiko. Alright, Lucas. Okay. Yeah, so Mark wasn't mentioned before. Brings back memories from Water 7, doesn't it? I wonder if Old Man Ice is well, so Iceberg. Nikki room? Don't touch that, Bonnie. Shut up, go away. Wow, so we see Vegapunk, right? Yeah, it is. It's the child Vegapunk, so that's why they didn't see Vegapunk. Is that it? Because Vegapunk was turned into a child, they didn't recognize him, but he still has that apple on his head. Huff, huff. Stussy? Sob? No, it's Bonnie. So she is. Who's this? Are you alright? Hey, sob, sob. Daddy? What? Is that Kuma? We found him. Come here. Wow, please help me. I don't want this anymore. So who are they? They have like those hair. The hair reminds me of rocks. You best come back already. If you run away, all of us will be killed. I don't want to go back. So some people, like three people, three shadows, three silhouettes I'm seeing around this guy. Is that supposed to be Kuma? But why is Kuma crying? He's like a big baby. I won't go back to that place again. Stop crying, won't do anything, you rat. What's this? I can't get any closer. So Bonnie is running, but she isn't getting any closer. Come back. I'd rather you kill me right now. Even if I go back, I will die anyway. Stop it. Stop. Yeah, Lucas, it's really, really sad. Oh my gosh. It hurts. I'm sorry. Okay, okay. So look at the silhouette. The hair, it's like the celestial dragons, right? So the celestial dragons are torturing Kuma. Like the hair, we know that in one of the panels in one anime scene as well, they had hair like whales. So it is the celestial dragons as far as I can put my finger in it. Help me, it hurts. I'm sorry. Help me. Stop. Oh no. Okay, okay. So Bonnie was touching the memories of Kuma, and then she saw those, the memories of him being tortured. But Kuma was so young. Kuma normally doesn't ever cry. He's not emotional, but he was bawling his eyes out. And he was saying, "Come back. I'd rather you kill me right now. Even if I go back, I will die anyway." So it's totally a different personality from what we know of Kuma. Oh, and then Kuma is climbing. We cut to the present time when Kuma is currently climbing the red line. Bartholomew Kuma is currently shoot him down. Oh no. Can't accept this with half-baked resolve. But I won't be dissatisfied if I never know, Father. So she wants to know what happens. So when she touched the memories, she saw such painful memories, but then she still wants to see them because she wants to know what happened. My, they really went all out with the destruction, huh? Even though this is the birthplace of the Seraphim, where in the world is Stella? What happened? An explosion? Who's this? Big news? Kwa Kwaha, look what unbelievable intel just blew in my direction. We news. So it's Big News Morgans. What's he doing here? Did he cause the explosion? Clack. The world government is currently carrying out the assassination of Dr. Vegapunk. So he is revealing this to the world, killing the number one genius in the world. No, he's not revealing it yet, but he knows it. This is just like the recurrence of the O'Hara incident. Exactly. But the government will be seen as the bad ones here. Vegapunk is very famous throughout the world. He's the man who invented many kinds of energy that powers up settlements in the world. And then Big News Morgans has the wanted poster of Luffy in Gear 5th. Then the one he meets up with is this guy. Then the headline will be like this: The Emperor, Straw Hat Luffy, kidnapped Vegapunk, barricaded himself on Egghead, and declares all out war against the Marines. Oh my gosh, is that going to be the premise of the final war? Oh my gosh. So Big News Morgans is predicting what will happen, how the Navy, how the world government will frame the situation. The government will thank me for this. Now let's go make a living. So Big News Morgans, he isn't actually a benefactor of Luffy. He just wants big news, right? Yes, sir. What a dumb headline. So who says that? So who is this? It's Vivi. Okay. There's no way Luffy would do such a thing. This is why I hate the government. Hey, so it's Wapple. Vivi and Wapple? Don't be too loud. What if there are wiretap transponder snails around here? If our location gets revealed, we'll be erased immediately by the government. Why? What did they do that they would get actually erased? Oh my gosh. I lent some clothes to her. I won't wash those ever. Princess of Alabaster Nefertari Vivi, King of Black Drum Kingdom, Wappo. Besides, you're being hidden too much, too, thanks to Morchan. So don't talk back to him like that. Mhm. Yesterday, you were just a little girl crying your eyes out. Don't be so conceited and meddle in my work. The one who shakes up this world is me. Doesn't matter if it's a lie or the truth, the newspapers are all about entertainment. That's exactly what I was thinking about Big News Morgans. Yeah, there was big news in this chapter, that's for sure. So Lucas says Kuma was a slave of the celestial dragons from youth. Messed up that it came full circle. Yes, so Lucas, that's what I was thinking of because Kuma, we know that Kuma became a slave like at the end, like after Marineford, right? But then here in his memories, we see that he was a slave even when he was a child. Oh my gosh. It makes his sacrifice even more significant that he tackled his trauma, his PTSD of being a slave in his youth, and then he decided and then he said yes about doing it again. Yeah, it's really, really sad what Kuma did. And we also, like, this whole chapter is Kuma focused. The Pacifista number 3, they are also, like, they are actually the name, they represent the name of the chapter. Then Luffy's tiredness is also on display, so I'm skimming through the chapter before wrapping up. And now, another thing that was hammered in was that they were looking for Vegapunk, like the main stellar body, but they weren't finding him. But we know, we saw him, like the young Vegapunk, the person, like his age was aged down. We saw that version of Vegapunk, so where is he? Hey, Parth. Lucas, he said, "Oh, do I hear singing? No. It's the azan. It's the azan happening. So the call to prayer for us Muslims. Hey, Parth, how are you? Nice to see you. Have you read the chapter, Parth? Yeah, you have read the chapter. Okay, Lucas. So, what do you think about why the the monitor, like the Shaka says, the monitor that sees everything, why that monitor isn't picking up Vegapunk? Is that because Vegapunk has been aged down? That's why he is not being recognized. And also the Kamiko, right? The so like why and how did the like the only like it's not coincidence, right? That the only Kamiko, like one probably one chemical lost its power and that cannot see Vegapunk right now. Yeah, good chapter, Parth. Every chapter is a good chapter on Egghead. A lot of things happened. We saw, especially about Kuma's backstory, and that at the end, Vivi's location, and that they are running from the government. Of course, we knew that Vivi was being targeted by Eam, probably, or at least the world government. And then Wapol is with her. Wapol of all people is with her. And then who is behind Wapol? The huge silhouette. So Lucas says, by the way, I think the reason Vegapunk vanished is because of an outsider. I'm sure if his disappearance was tech related, the other punks would have detected it. So the other Vegapunks actually get the information from like into their brains, like unionized their brains like at the end of the day, right? So the end of the day hasn't happened, I guess. So they wouldn't have other connections to know where Vegapunk is, where the other stellar bodies are, I think. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up the video live stream. Thank you so much, Parth and Lucas, especially for joining in. Thank you, Payne, who also dropped by in the comments, and thank you to my wife. So Parth says, feels like Kuma's backstory will be the saddest of all the backstories. Yes, already it's been so sad. So if we think of backstories, like One Piece is undoubtedly the king of backstories, I'd say. And my favorite backstory would go to the Straw Hats. Some of the Straw Hats, especially like Robin's one, like even even someone like Sanji's one. When I saw Sanji's backstory for the first time, it was the first time that I got hooked to One Piece, and it felt like it was much more than a kids show, you know. So Lucas says, I think it is Shiryu. His clear fruit would allow him to pass through security undetected. He could be the saboteur. Okay, so you think that he could be the one who snuck into. Okay, so clear fruit. But we know that even if you have the clear fruit, you will be able to be hit, right? It doesn't make you intangible, like we saw with like with Absalom. Like even when he was clear, like he was invisible, he was able to be hit. Like there were comedy scenes where Nami stepped on him, right? But passing through security undetected, that could be a feature of the clear fruit, that when you have the clear fruit, you use it, you are not able to be detected by observation haki or by obviously transponder snails. You won't be able to be detected by them. So yeah, that could be a possibility. True, but he could have snuck in when the other punks entered. He also could have made Vegapunk disappear. Oh, I see. So you're saying that an awakened user of the clear fruit can make other people disappear. So that way he made Vegapunk disappear. Because we didn't actually see Child Vegapunk in this chapter. It was a flashback of Child Vegapunk. I mean, the aged down Vegapunk that we saw in this chapter. So we didn't actually see him where he was in this chapter. That's a good theory. So if that's the case, that the awakened user of the clear fruit can make someone disappear, then imagine the whole Blackbeard pirates being disappeared, like being turned invisible by Shiryu. Right. It's interesting. All right, guys. So I'm wrapping up the video. Thank you so much. Plus, Vani's effect on Vegapunk was temporary. But it doesn't say how much temporary it was. Like, would it be for a few minutes, a few hours, or even a few days? Right. All right, guys. Thank you.